What's up, YouTube? This is the Mike on Bike coming at you with a mods list for my 2021 Kawasaki Vulcan S. We're going to kind of work front to back. We'll go over all of the changes I've made to the stock bike. So first off, a really little mod. I've got these little deer whistles in the front. They're just from Amazon. It's just for a little peace of mind. I also got these shock socks. I like them. They keep the forks clean, keep the fork seals clean. They kind of bunch up as you see, as you ride. But it's nice just knowing that there's not a bunch of debris all over the shocks all the time. I did replace both the headlight and running light with LED. That makes a big difference. I have a little selfie stick mounted on my crash bar, so if I want, I can mount my Insta360 from there. I also do have the crash bars. I like them. It's just peace of mind in case you do ever drop the bike. I also mounted a cup holder to that. It's just a cheapo little Amazon. Got a little Amazon radiator cover down there. I've got my Gremlin bell that was gifted to me. I did the Hurricane Mini floorboards. I like them a lot. It takes a lot of adjustment to get them right, to feeling right. What else on the front? I do want to do the turn signals at some point, but that's going to be a future mod, maybe this winter. Pro tip, so for your battery tender, you can get this little dongle. I just got it on Amazon, and allows a USB to plug into your battery tender. So I just routed a cable up and around my handlebars, so I have a nice little easy charging port. And it's just as easy as, when you park the bike, I just unplug it from the battery tender, and then you don't have to worry about it. I mounted LEDs this season. It's bright outside, so I don't know how well you can see it. I have them turned on to yellow right now because it matches my helmet. A seat pad I would highly recommend for the Kawasaki Vulcan S. Extended rides, the seat can be pretty uncomfortable, but I just got done with a 3-hour ride and I feel totally fine. And it's all thanks to those gel seat covers. Let's see. What else we got going on? I did little Amazon clutch and brake levers. Really easy mod to do. I really like the look a lot better. I wanted a shorter lever with more adjustability, and these have that. So pretty darn cheap. I've got the quad lock on the brake reservoir. I like it mounted on the brake reservoir. It's a great spot. It's both right in your field of view and out of the way. So I really enjoy that. I've got Rhizoma bar end mirrors. I do have to lift my elbow out of the way a little bit just to see behind me. I might try again flipping them in, but I think in order to do that, I would have to raise the handlebar angle a little bit so that they don't interfere with the tank. I already did that once, so I'm not looking to necessarily do that again if I don't have to. When I took away the original mirrors, I installed these little plugs just so that there's not a little hole where the original mirror stem comes out. I also put a little helmet lock on here. This is incredible. If you're sick of lugging your helmet around the grocery store, the gym, wherever, it's so nice having a little helmet lock on your bike. And of course, if someone really wanted your helmet, I'm sure they could break that off pretty easily. Or if they had, an Allen key with them, they could just take the lock off. But if they're working that hard for a helmet, come on. I also put on a driver's backrest, which I need to have reupholstered, or I might just buy a new pad and screw that guy in. And it also has an attached luggage rack. Really like this combo. I don't use this a ton, but when you want to get some pressure off your back, or if you're at a light, just being able to lean back is really nice. But as far as when I'm going down the road, I'm usually sitting pretty upright, so I don't use that a ton. I put Viking bags on. I like them a lot. There's a lot of storage space. They look pretty clean. They look like they're meant to go with the bike. I've got spools on. I think everybody has spools on their Kawasaki Vulcan. not going to dox myself, so I have a glove in front of my license plate. But I found these little screws that have the reflectors attached. That's really nice because when you get rid of the original tail, when you do a tail tidy, you remove your reflectors. So this way, if the cop ever stops me, I've still got the reflectors on the back. How you doing? Speaking of which, that tail tidy is just really like the way it looks. One thing I don't like about it is when you turn hazards on, since this is all one solid piece, there's no break. So it just kind of looks like, the way you put a light rather than hazards. It should have like a little separation right there. Be a little more obvious. I also upgraded my tires. These are the Pirelli Angel GTs. This is my first season with them. I've got about 1,500 miles on them, but I like them a lot. They feel really good. They're super grippy. They do well in the rain. And most importantly, they don't cost as much as a Michelin Road 6, which is what I really wanted, but my guy's not made of money. And then I think last but not least, I don't think I've missed anything. Oh, you know what? I did miss something. I have the Puig windshield. A lot of people complain about this windshield, saying that it's just low enough that the wind comes straight at your helmet. So I did put on the Puig extender as well. This is really nice. It can be adjusted angle-wise. Really highly recommend. But what I was getting to before, the CS Racing exhaust, really like it if you want a more in-depth kind of sound comparison with the stock exhaust, CS Racing baffle in, CS Racing baffle out. Definitely check out other videos on my YouTube channel. But this is with the baffle out, and this is what it sounds like. Just a really mean sounding exhaust, really bassy. I also like the aesthetics of it. That's why I chose this one. I like the way it looks. And, if a cop were ever to stop me for having a modified exhaust, this one looks a little more legitimate because it does actually have a muffler can in there. Most aftermarket exhausts don't. Anyhow, that is pretty much it. I don't think I have any other mods. I failed to mention, when I installed the LED lights, I did install a kill switch. This didn't come with the bike, but I noticed after I installed the lights that they would just randomly come on their own. So I don't know if I have a wiring short somewhere or what's going on, but that kill switch just, again, peace of mind. It means that I'm not experiencing parasitic drain on the battery. When I want them off, they're off. When I want them on, they're on. So, yeah. But I think that about wraps it up for my 2021 Kawasaki Vulcan S mods tour. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Have a good one. Bye-bye.